Hello and welcome to another month of the Single Cask Club, April 2026. Almost said 24 there. So this month we have a brand new range of whiskies from Gordon MacPhail, their new range called the Spirit of Scotland. So who are Gordon MacPhail? I hear you all cry. So Gordon MacPhail, very old family-owned whiskey company in Scotland, founded in 1895 by James Gordon and John Alexander MacPhail, up in Elgin in Murray. Started off as kind of wine merchants and grocers, and yeah, in the high street in Elgin. And then that's when, in year one, the Urquhart family, who currently own it now, it was John Urquhart who became involved there in year one, and kind of as the business kind of grew and evolved. So that's 1895. 1915, John Urquhart became a senior partner of the business, and that's when his kind of influence in becoming more of a kind of whiskey merchant, whiskey bottle things under license, things like from Speyside distilleries such as kind of Glenlivet, and things from Macallan and whatnot. So was buying a lot of stuff, bottling a lot of stuff, and then also laying down a lot of things to bottle either as single malt or as blend, such was the fashion then. They always had a keen eye on owning their own or producing their own. When you trade things, as you'll know, if you've got something to trade back with other people, trading becomes a lot easier. So they always look to own a distillery and produce their own spirits, which they did finally manage to do in 1993 with the acquisition of Benromach. And now they've got Benromach and the Cairn distillery, which is just outside Grantham-on-Spey, which is a brand new distillery there, which they built off the back of selling some casks that they bought a long time ago back to a particular Speyside distillery that sounds like Alan with an M at the beginning of it. So yeah, pretty amazing story. They could stop producing spirit today, they say, and they've got enough liquid in warehouse to last for 25 years. So it's a really incredible thing, and they've got spirit from all over the place as well. So what is this new label that they have? So this is called the Spirit of Scotland. These are the two that we have now. So these are all single cask strength. So this is exactly kind of what we're after, what I love to see. So dram number one that we have this month is from Pulteney Distillery. So we don't see an awful lot of that. So great to have that on the shelf in this guise, a really pure, untouched form. So Pulteney Distillery, really interesting. It's got a massive boil bulb above the still. So the base of the still comes up and then kind of comes in, and then the boil bulb is above that, and that acts to increase reflux in it. So it produces quite a light spirit. It's then got a flat top to the wash still, and that again increases reflux and produces a very kind of fine spirit. Then on the spirit still, they've got a purifier pipe. So the neck runs up and then it goes into the line arm. A pipe then comes back into the purifier pipe, comes back into the still, and that again helps increase reflux to produce a very refined style spirit. And then it goes through a worm tub again if they needed more stuff for more copper contact, and that's where the condensing happens from a vapor into a liquid. And in that worm tub, that really adds oiliness, it adds weight, it adds a lot of kind of real character. It's kind of heavy leatheriness to it, but then it still has a lighter, more kind of fragrant style to it as well. So I was once heard Pulteney being described as licking a pretzel, licking a salty pretzel, which I think this kind of epitomizes. I think it's wonderful. I think it's got all those kind of characteristics of it. So this particular Pulteney was distilled in 2011. This is a 14-year-old matured in refill bourbon in a refill bourbon barrel from cask number 502810, and bottled in 2026, bottled at a natural cask strength of 58.2%. So what do we get? First of all, I think the colour is lovely. I think it's kind of that light golden syrup kind of style. On the nose, it's full of kind of vanilla fudge, tropical fruits, but then also this malted barley and a slight salinity to it, a slight pretzeliness to it. On the palate, cheers. It's lovely to see that bourbon influence straight away. It's got that real vanilla creamy sweetness to it that goes almost more white chocolatey. It's like, yeah, white chocolatey, you get that tannin from the oak, that spice, bit of heat, 58.2%, so a good bit of warmth there, but then it rolls into it, rolls beyond that, becomes more empire biscuity with that kind of buttery base and kind of sweeter top to it, more towards white sugar, white chocolate again, as I said, even more tropical fruits, a bit of a bite, maybe there's some kiwi, a little bit of mango. I think it's a great dram, and yeah, so that is our first dram this month from Pulteney Distillery, Refill Bourbon Barrel 14-year-old. So yeah, enjoy that, and we shall get to dram number 2. So, dram 2. I laughed at my notes there. I was saying when I was writing them, I was sitting in Ballister shop. This is the banker shop, sitting in the Ballister shop, and laughing about being really sunny outside, as it is here today, struggling to get the contrast right. What I should probably use this month is a very heavy sherried number. Maybe we should do something lighter in bourbon, but I'm very excited about these guys, and I think this is wonderful. So the second dram that we have this month comes from Aberfeldy, so home of Dewar's World in Perthshire. Lovely distillery. My father's family's from there, so I can really cut my teeth on this whiskey. I think it's fantastic. It's got a really thick, almost waxy spirit, long fermentation, and slowly run stills provide that. Upward facing line arm on the neck of the stills, so that increases reflux, gets that kind of weight in that, but that fruitiness through it as well. And then, yeah, some real intense aromas from there as well. So, first thing I thought when I opened this was it doesn't feel like it's just kind of refill sherry. You can feel it's been in there a minute. And so this was distilled 2011, 14-year-old again. This is from First Fill Sherry Butts. They don't say what it is, but it's from a First Fill Sherry Butt. They don't say what it is, but I don't think it's PX. I think it's probably Oloroso. Bottled in 2026 as a 14-year-old at a natural strength of 61.1. So good bit of booze in that to really hold that flavour in there. So on the nose, as you'd imagine, it's really rich fruitcake. It's fudgy. It's kind of dark chocolate cake. It's, yeah, real classically serene malt loaf as the one that I always use, but I think this has got it. But then also got a bit of tannin. It's got some ripe tannin in there, maybe more orange and cinnamon as well, I'd say. So I'll have a taste. Cheers. The mouth feels wonderfully full. It's big, it's rich, it's ripe with that spice that kind of delivers. It's really orangey marmalade, cracked black pepper. Wonderfully round spirit. Quite hot with the alcohol. I've added a bit of water beforehand before doing these tasting notes, but I think with this, I think it's lovely like that. I like the spice. I like the kind of burnt dark chocolate element that you get on the back of it, which then moves towards maybe more of a spicy finish with kind of, yeah, more kind of sharp red berry, red currants, that sharpness, the freshness of it. I think it's really rather fantastic. So, yeah, that's introducing to you the Spirit of Scotland from Gordon MacPhail. If you do like them, you remember you get 10% off them. The Aberfeldy, they are both $79.50. So take 10% off that is what you get them for in the club. So enjoy them. Have a lovely April, and we shall see you all next month. Thank you. Cheerio.